The Bhutan Broadcasting Service began as a radio station in 1973. Since then, it has been working tirelessly to inform, educate, and entertain the people for the past 5 decades. From adapting to changing technologies and expanding the station's range and influence, BBS continues to bridge communities and cultures through the power of broadcasting.
You're listening to 𝗚𝗵𝗶𝗲𝗄𝗏 by the All-American Rejects, and now I'm going to read out the frequencies. It's 49 meter band 6035 kHz for the shortwave listeners, and for FM listeners, you can listen to BBS.
As we embark on a journey to celebrate the 58th anniversary of the BBS, let's take a look at its history, impact, and the voices that have shaped the nation's narrative. The seeds of BBS were sown in the summer of 1973 when a group of young volunteers formed the National Youth Association of Bhutan, or the NYAB. Fueled by their common passion for radio broadcasting, they introduced the first radio service in the kingdom. The pioneers operated from a humble space in 𝗏𝗏, transmitting their broadcasts through a wireless transmitter.
When a group of us, we just decided that we should have a youth association so that we could make and socialize and get to know each other. When all the children come up from their holidays, we would all get together. And during one of these get-togethers, and we were all chatting in Swiss bakery, in the good old Swiss bakery, 𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃 Tenzing, who used to be very popularly called Major. He used to work in the Ministry of Trade and Industries. And he suggested that we ought to have our own radio station. So we were given permission to use the wireless station in 𝗏𝗏 for 1 hour on every Sunday. So the theme song was selected. The theme song was selected, and the popular song in those days, one was going called Sunday Morning, Up with the Lark, think I'll take a walk in the park. I don't know what made me do this, but in those days we were on Indian Standard Time. Bhutan was on Indian Standard Time. And I don't know what prompted me to do this, but I just said, hey guys, this is now 3:30 Bhutan Standard Time. And that's all I said. And everybody moved their watch half hour forward. That's where we got it on our very first broadcast of Radio NYAB. We changed the time of Bhutan's.
In 1979, the NYAB was taken under the wings of the Department of Information and Broadcasting, and the airtime was also increased. From going on air in English to connecting with the local audience in Dzongkha, the broadcasting station then embraced diversity with the introduction of broadcasts in 𝗏𝗏𝗃 and 𝗆𝗏𝗃 in 1980.
That's a long time ago, as we are remembering today, 50 years ago. And I have to say, in the early days, BBS was such fun, hard work, but everyone who was concerned in the establishment of BBS was so full of enthusiasm and motivated that it didn't seem like hard work. I think the thing that cheered me most about my work was hearing stories like people way off in the far-flung farms. Radios were not so common. Maybe one family had a transistor radio, and when they were working in the fields, they would take that with them so that other people working around could also hear the program.
Radio NYAB was officially renamed as the Bhutan Broadcasting Service in 1986. The station was also moved to its current location in Chubachhu. In 1992, the BBS was delinked from the government and granted full autonomy to serve the nation independently, marking a significant turning point. The station gradually became a primary source of information and education in the country. It reached the farthest corners of the nation.
Zambo, Tempo Dugi Jana Tukanale, Nesunim Bishuni, Tamara Nesungotu, Dari Miwanga da Rimbochi Chogi, Setting Asogi, Duchensi Sunalu, Kelion Lusunai, Dari Miwanga da Rimbochi Shable, Tuk Tukseda, Setting Asogi, Tamasue 9, Dari Dugi, Kelion Janda Television, Lerim Sukutsuk 9.
BBS television was launched in 1999. Coinciding with the silver jubilee of the 4th 𝗚ᵄ𝗃𝗂𝗍 enthronement. The historic moment was inaugurated by Her Majesty the Queen Mother, 𝗀ص𝗹𝗱𝗲𝗄. The early days of television were challenging. With limited resources, news and programs were broadcast from Sangikar in Thimphu using analog cameras and pneumatic tapes with low storage capacity. Outside the capital, the tapes would be transported across the country, reaching some remote districts days later. As technology progressed, BBS upgraded to digital video cameras, enhancing portability and storage. The station eventually moved to a tapeless system, digitizing its broadcasting through cutting-edge servers. Yet the transition to high definition remained a dream which was finally realized in 2023. In a significant milestone, BBS migrated from standard definition to high definition transmission. People can now enjoy the news and other programs of the BBS with clearer and sharper visual images.
Lomchi nitochi ani ready tong ngachi this pura jiga binyong
lega tem gana nyiriga oda chuse yenge oda nesel gata name same oda aninga rang gocha da shibela lopin dagnebo name same rang kakchilo ana jela da shibela ni oda ma da mote dam phapele dagnebo ni minga lokaya anebo name same BBS ki thaga thongnang thaga onani
I think Perga, Namsu Sasma Jusiga, you are Tajang Lezinga, chapter hunting Gadumlani, Sajang the Lani on Chonjala, Takbakam, Masarga Sumoto, Jungle Lezinga, Namning, I think a Sharcholoka Guinea, Namsu Kepoga, Yanela Tinta, Yanela Shatang, Nixing Cha, Takpianga, Niaita, Sonam Bobani, Lealega, Traveler Capotichala.
The station currently has its headquarters in the capital Thimphu, and 9 bureau stations manned by a reporter each, who also doubles as a cameraman.
fukwa dam khacham nik dilu sa lang di du chi shunila jang la nesel gi din le de jemgang la pe masam du ki ni shi doing.
The headquarter readies and airs the news on a daily basis in Dzongkha and English via television.
Janda Tuganale Jantongilarim de Zupinigo Suptachiga City Shume Karalunga Chilarim Pimisui Katole Peduge Kuzams Shuneda Chigane Sitishuge.
And in Dzongkha, English, 𝘆𝗲𝗹𝗂 and 𝘀𝗟𝗏 via radio.
Janda Tuganale Chusi Dunge Netsude Tawatsribe Janda Shuge Tambara Netsudun. Mewonga Darimbuchegi Mumbai Lupebi Kablo Maharastara Shunge Chichapta Tsudun Limugi Pepsushunu.
Most of this is done by Channel 1 of the BBS. BBS Channel 2 runs educational, cultural and entertainment content.
The Datogi Larim Disumchi Bewa Chiltina Timbukin Silpoda, the Temba Dordemagi, the Kunde Itawale Pidos.
It was a small effort, one small step into today's giant leap today, and we've come a long way, and we still have a long way to go. I think there's tremendous scope for improvement, and in both the radio and the television services, but we're getting there.
Through the station's news and programs, BBS has become an integral part of the Bhutanese society, shaping public opinion. As technology continues to advance, BBS remains dedicated to its vision of being a trusted public service broadcaster of international standing, reflecting the Bhutanese expression.